Uneven warming, poles versus tropics. So many warming alarmists are convinced that the poles and tropics warm at the same rate. That truly would be alarming, and this makes some of them think that the tropics will burst into flames if the ice completely melts at the poles. This is laughable in the extreme. Bill Nye taking a blowtorch to a plastic globe is the epitome of criminal stupidity. NASA talking about Earth having a fever is not merely government incompetence, but criminal collusion with international globalists to spread propaganda to the public at large. The purpose? Wholesale terror. The world is ending in 12 years. As we showed in the last video, oceans are Earth's wonderful thermostat. Water prevents the wild temperature swings we find in the deep deserts. In the desert, you might have scorching temperatures in early afternoon, while in the wee hours just before sunrise, you might even get frost. But what controls how quickly temperatures change on Earth and at different latitudes? When there is lots of water, temperatures change very slowly. For one thing, we have water's high specific heat. For another thing, most of the ocean is relatively cold, especially below a certain depth. The deep ocean is at close to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius, just above freezing. Only the deserts get significantly hot, but they are already there. And with significant warming, deserts tend to shrink in size, becoming harder or drier at their interiors, unless they are blessed with seasonal monsoons like the Sahara when it was green for nearly 3,000 years. Also, as ice melts, and throughout our current ice age, it always has melted, more ice is deposited from snow. As Earth warms up, the rate of snow deposit increases, so the depth of snowy ice along the coast increases far more rapidly. This slows down the rate of sea level rise. The warming alarmists never talk about this. In fact, scientists currently think that the majority of our modern sea level rise is not from ice melting, but from thermal expansion. As most things heat up, they take up more room. One big exception to this rule is water ice, and this is why ice floats in liquid water instead of sinking to the bottom. This is yet another wonderful property of water to help buffer the changes in climate, protecting the oceans from freezing over too quickly. As we learned in the last video, warming in the tropics is slowed down by evaporative cooling and cloud shading. At higher latitudes, the sun's light comes in at a steep angle, warming the surface less effectively, reflected off of water and bouncing off of snow. As the snow melts, exposing darker ground, warming rates increase. Melting the ice on Greenland will take hundreds of years, unless we see another glacial period. There are strong indications that this is exactly where we're headed, despite the climate alarm. Melting the ice on Antarctica could easily take tens of thousands of years, especially because of the circumpolar current, which blocks warmer waters from reaching the icy continent. If Earth were to warm as much as 5 degrees Fahrenheit, 2.8 degrees Celsius globally, the tropics might warm as much as 1 degree Fahrenheit, 0.6 degrees Celsius. The desert latitudes might warm by 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 to 1.7 degrees Celsius. The mid-temperate latitudes, roughly 40 degrees north and south, might warm by 3 to 4 degrees Fahrenheit, 1.7 to 2.2 degrees Celsius. And the polar regions might warm by as much as 12 degrees Fahrenheit, 6.7 degrees Celsius. For paper to burst into flames, we need a temperature of about 451 degrees Fahrenheit, 233 degrees Celsius. So our climate is nowhere near Bill Nye the Bowtie Guy's burning Earth idiocy. For rock to melt, like lava, we need an even higher temperature, 1,470 to 2,190 degrees Fahrenheit, 800 to 1,200 degrees Celsius. With the above increases in temperature from global warming of 5 degrees Fahrenheit, we could see the following temperature increases by latitude. And with the following average August high temperatures, With this starting point, we could expect the following actual temperatures by latitude. So look carefully over this list and tell me where paper or anything else will be bursting into flames at any of these temperatures or any of these latitudes. Human motivation can be a good thing if it is pointed in the right direction, but someone is trying awfully hard to demonize warmth in an ongoing ice age. The hottest temperature in this chart is, of course, Desert Dubai, about the same as Phoenix, Arizona. Been there, done that. No flames. Could I endure 109.3 degrees Fahrenheit? 42.9 degrees Celsius? Sure, no problem. I've endured 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius. That's not much different than any other summer day in Phoenix, Arizona, especially when most parking is uncovered in the city and automobiles get far, far hotter. Because of Earth's large oceans and the nature of light on a sphere like Earth, we will not see even heating, and we will not see the tropics burst into flames when palm trees are growing in Scandinavia.